Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to the Darkest Dungeon. We are almost broke, but we have enough mission to do the Ruins Necromancer Apprentice mission for the Hero's Ring. Plus 25% virtue chance. Crusader, Shieldbreaker, Plague Doctor, Vestal. Everyone's set up well enough, I suppose. They should be able to get the job done. The Necromancer is not really the hardest enemy. You know, now that I think about it, I think a leper would have actually been better than the Shieldbreaker. I'm not going to change up the party, but the Necromancer summons 1 unit per turn. To be able to like hew it, and just, you know, constantly get the kills just by using the leper means I never have to focus with like the Crusader or something like that. So that would be a very good, you know, unit to bring along for the Ruins mission. But for now, we're just going to do it like this. Oh, hey, bring the blood. Oh, hey, firewood and camping. Yep, thank you, tutorial missions. We'll bring along the food, a couple of shovels, a couple of keys. We already have a holy water. We'll stack up 1 more. Bunch of torches, probably like that many. And then we don't really need anything else. Like, even bandages. Bandages aren't used on anything. Medicinal herbs are used on the, Iron Maidens, but we're probably not going to need those. Maybe just like 1 more key, because, you know, there's a lot of things to unlock here in the Ruins, and let's embark.
Mastery over life and death was chief among my early pursuits. I began in humility, but my ambition was limitless. Who could have divined the prophetic import of something as unremarkable as a twitch in the leg of a dead rat? A devil walks these halls. Only the mad or the desperate go in search of him.
That's why I turned off the tutorials, by the way. But I guess we're just gonna have to go through them all one by one. Let's also disable these subtitles now that we're no longer in that new zone that we don't, we've already dealt with before. All right, this is our party. Let's get the show on the road. We have relatively decent trap removal. I didn't really see who needed, yeah, hallway movement. I didn't really see who needed the trinket the most, but at least as long as we have 100% on somebody, I don't care. Yeah, hey, disarm traps by hitting the button. Books. 28 stress. I'm doing more of the book related curios because people tell me to use them. I'm gonna stop listening to their advice though. Books suck. Every book, yeah, kill the enemy. I will kill the enemy. Every book I've interacted with has just gone horribly poorly. So that's high crit chance, but this is also like real good damage. This has a higher chance of landing though. Let's go for the higher chance of landing. And it critted and it killed him. That's beautiful. If we get very lucky, we may be able to kill the stress giver in the back. If we can stun him, you missed. If we can stun them and then act before they do, we might be able to get the job done. As is, they're only gonna get 1 attack anyways, but I hope I can kill them first.
Dazed,
annoying crit.
about to break.
It's only 5 damage though. The stress gain also sucks, but he does have a stress relief ability, even though it is kind of a very poor one. You know what? Now you are dead before you get to attack.
Slowly, gently.
This is how yeah, we get it. At least I turn off the subtitles. Everything runs red. Please kill him. Like, this is your whole shtick, Crusader. I need you to kill the enemy that is unholy, because you do a damage bonus against unholy. Thank you. More bleeding, huh? This guy must have a high bleed chance. What if we do this? Damage block, yeah, I know what that does. And then we can purge some bleed. You're gonna have another attack, but we actually dodged it. We would have blocked it anyways, thanks to our newfangled block ability, which would have been nice. Really, 2 heal? I guess you're a level 0 Vestal, so it kind of makes a little sense. That's a good crit too. Hey, I got loot! Oh, so that's what this game is all about, huh?
So too will resistance.
So too will... Just don't... Are you still like a kleptomaniac? I think he might still be a kleptomaniac. He is, damn it. I gotta remove that from this guy, because I don't want him stealing all my loot all the damn time.
Even the
Cold stone seems
bent on preventing passage.
Yep. Well, let's keep moving on. So far, everything's going just fine. You know, we should be able to handle
Gold, trinkets and
the
baubles.
stress that we get, the damage that we get. We have good stress relief, we have good damage relief, relatively speaking. Our healer is very low level, but they do have the trinkets that kind of makes up for that. No scouting though, which is annoying. The boss is here on the very up left section of the map. Honestly though, I feel like why not explore early? We should be okay. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of don't even want to do like a rest before the boss fight. Because if I do that and I get just horribly afflicted by, you know, insanity on my shield breaker, that would be very annoying. I would prefer that that did not happen. So I kind of want to not worry about that, you know? I should have focused down the blighted enemy with the shield breaker. That's okay. Dun 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 dun. You already removed Reynold, might as well delete the rest, says Connie. Reynold is still here, Connie. We have a Reynold in our group. I didn't remove him, I renamed him. This is Reynold, actually, Der Nunu. He's kleptomaniac God-fearing.
Another abomination, cleansed.
Don't remove his personality. Don't remove his, the fact that he steals all my money. It's gonna cost a lot of money, but then he'll stop stealing my money.
The wounds of war can be healed.
Well, you know what? This is a good opportunity for this. It's not that much stress relief, but you know, it adds up if we just have a turn or a turn that we're not doing anything with. We're not doing anything with. What would you say you do around here? Don't steal from this. It's locked, you idiot. There we go. I would love some double scouting, please. There's single scouting. No secret room, though. But there's a free curio right here. Just don't steal it. Oh, I guess you could have stolen that one. No reason to do the end of the room. It's just a wall that we're gonna have to spend a shovel on. Don't steal it. There you go. Maybe if he just never has the opportunity to steal anything, he'll stop getting the idea in his head that it's okay to steal from me. Dun 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 dun. Let's go for the stun. If you have a high speed, I'd love to kill you quick. We actually can do that because our freaking shield breaker has one hell of a reach on their arm. Get it? Arm? Because they only have one arm. I believe they only have one arm anyways. I think that's their whole shtick. I think you can see it when they go insane. But maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm thinking of something else, or just have no idea what I'm talking about regardless. Which, you know, has happened before. Sometimes. So much blood for the blood god! Oh, damn it. Hey, but we do get to move first.
Their formation is broken.
It's not often that your Vestal gets a kill.
The offensive.
Well, my Vestals anyways. Now you do have 36 dodge. I would expect you to be able to dodge a lot of these shots. Which one are you? Gulag Rabido.
Inches.
Actually, I don't even care if you attack. You might crit, which would be annoying, but... Is this the one that moves you back? Yeah.
Obliterated.
Okay. Abe knows his lore. I'm surprised. Yeah, I knew that she only had one arm. I guess you can see it here. Literally, you can see it right there. It's just a bleeding stump. But also, when she did the attack that critted, you could see that there was no hand holding onto the shield. It's just wrapped around the arm. I guess if you just perpetually have a shield wrapped around your arm, you don't need the hand there. I guess it kind of makes sense. Wong. Tempting Goblet. That's the first stress attack that the enemy has gotten off. I'm kind of unhappy. But only kind of. Did she really have 15% built-in protection? Oh no, she crit, so she got that, okay. I was curious about that. Maybe you should give her a hand? Oh, how devilish. Let's go for the, Can you hit the back line? Yes, you can. Let's go for the stun then. Because now the Cultist Acolyte is dead. Oh my god, Crusader, what is your problem? And it buys us a couple of turns to hit this Bone Cordia. Yeah, let's go for it. You're down to 1 HP. I hate to say it, but that's another Vestal kill. I hate to say it, but she needs to actually land the hit, but you know what? Cabbage boxes can do it. They'll blight the enemy to death over and over again, why not? 9. He's an unholy bone soldier. You should have been able to get him. What are you gonna do? I guess you can finish off the bone soldier. We'll focus our stress heals on you. You know what I'm just realizing too? I don't know why I'm just realizing this now, but having the stress heal on the Crusader when they also have the only stun minus the Vestal means that it is kinda hard to stall. Because I have to choose whether or not I'm gonna go in for a stun or go in for a inspiring cry in order to do stress healing. I can't stun and do the stress heal at the same turn. So really, I should have someone else have like a frontline stun, like the Plague Doctor. Give them Disorienting Blast. Well, I guess they can't hit the frontline enemy with it, which is the problem. Okay, so maybe it won't work on them. I don't know, it would have been smart, I feel, but I don't know, this is fine too. I'm very tempted to camp, honestly, and this doesn't work, does it? No, okay. I'm very tempted to camp and honestly try to get a little bit of stress healed on them, but I don't think that's gonna work. All right, you know what? Sure, here you go. Read some freaking books. An old journal entry. I'll hold on to it. I will clog up my loot with these journals. Loot. Hey, at least it's not stress givers. Captivate, pierce. I guess you can just miss. That works too. I'll go for the damage first. If it's gonna take like at least 2 turns to kill him, give me the damage. That way we can stun him next turn and then kill him on the 3rd turn, but also, I guess we do have a single target stun with the Vestal. Yeah, because we're probably gonna have to do some healing now. What's your HP like? Still too high? Now you're dead. Yeah, I'll toss out a heal. It's tempting to try to go for the backline Arbalist, but it's highly unlikely we're gonna be able to get the kill with the Vestal's weak damage output. It's the Graveyard Slash. And then you can do another poison. Now they're both dead. Probably didn't need to hit with the shield breaker in the back there, but I think it's still worth, you know, trying to get the kill on them, because what if we missed? If we missed, then we need to get that damage done. You Adder's Kiss. Speed 2. If you have a speed of 2, we're likely to move before you. I want to put the Blight on this guy to get around his protection.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. 1 stress relief. Perfect. Alright, now you're dead. You're taking a lot of blight damage. Dead weight. Yeah, go ahead, stun him again. Yep. There goes my opportunity of a stress heal, unfortunately, but we can at least put out a party heal.
Rarity in the fevered pitch of
And
battle.
then you know what? I'm a snake.
A momentary abatement.
Welcome to the chat room. Ah, I guess my Twitch chat disconnected for some reason, and now it's back. Lovely. Hate it when that happens. We do have another anti-venom, but we don't really need it, do we?
Brought low.
I feel like we're not really getting hit by a lot of anti-venom related things here. So I could camp. Ah, screw it. We haven't used any food, like,
Of respite.
I need to use some food,
To steel oneself against the coming horrors.
and then we can do some buffs. So I think that the Shield Breaker is not gonna go insane tonight and have a nightmare because they didn't give me a bubble saying, I'm gonna have a nightmare! So we should just focus on things that protect us through the night here. Which really just means prevent ambush. Lower your stress, and then everyone's stress is fine. We'll start doing some buffs, like buff your accuracy so you don't miss anymore. Then, why don't we do self-only protection? I mean, I guess we could. Plus a little bit of protection, give you more accuracy. You don't really need any accuracy, but it also does reduce your stress, and that is helpful, so I'll do it. This needle is for me. Hey, Kavini Weenie! Hello, welcome, and thank you for the resub for 10 months. I appreciate it. You know what? Give me the key. I'll take the guaranteed loot now instead of potentially taking a secret room loot later, which might not even happen. Hey! This is nice. Big buff. Oh, plus 30% damage until camp. That's very nice, especially because we're going to be fighting a boss soon. I like it a lot. This is also acceptable. Holy water. Valuables remain. Lots of gems. Lots of gems, and I don't even want to get rid of the citrine on this one because we have a like max stack of it, which you don't really get that often. I guess instead we'll just get rid of the food because we probably don't need all this much food, let's be honest. So we'll stack it up like so, just so I can at a glance see how many provisions I still have remaining. We're actually getting a little bit loaded on loot. I don't see a secret room at all. So yeah, let's just go and fight the boss. If we want to do some backtracking when we're done, that's optional. Dong, 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 dong. Another one of these. Kind of makes me wish I had taken the medicinal herbs, I guess. But you know what? That's fine. As long as we leave with a full stack of loot, I'll be happy. Max stack of citrine is worth less than a stack of gold. Yeah, but you know what? It's still worth $1,000. Still gonna keep it. If I had one of them, I'd get rid of them. If I have 5 of them, I'm gonna keep them, obviously. Arachine Demon says, in before hunger checks. Never mind. I guess I do have a lot of food still, so it's not that big of a problem. You're gonna live with 1 HP. In theory, though,
Annihilate.
you know, I'm not gonna get rid of all of my food. At least not unless I'm done with the mission. You know, I've definitely done that before where I get rid of my food and then immediately stress check or food check afterwards, but usually that's when I'm done with the mission and I'm just picking up like a curio or some loot. And then I regret it, like, immediately afterwards, too. Oops. All right, we can, yeah, let's do a stress heal. The Vestal can stun. Even if the Vestal misses, I'm not gonna be mad. It's only like an 80% chance of landing, but I'll take it. Zjomkin, welcome, how are you doing today? Good, I hope. It's good to see you. I'm gonna move first. I'd like to try to do a little bit more stress healing if we have the opportunity, you know, why not? Good stuff. We also have even more loot.
This expedition
Do I care about, you know, I don't care about the shovel, so we can dump that for the gold. Actually, can we use the shovel on this? I don't know. Ah, screw it. But I don't think we want to open this immediately. I guess we could try it. It's trapped. You're blighted. Oh no, who cares? All right, well, we learned our lesson. My skin burns! Anti-vet, oh, you're fine. All right, let's go fight this boss. Let's fight this boss and then do a little bit more exploration for loot and then find the Shambler or something and be very sad about life. Should have had you in the front, that we could open up with an Adder's Kiss. So we'll shuffle you right now. 6 feet under, so that's gonna be a summon. In theory, our Crusader can just smack this guy every turn because he's been buffed to hell. I'll just use the Plague Doctor to keep stacking the Blight. Same thing with the U, whatever your name is, Shieldbreaker. Try to get lucky with a stun, that's fine.
Eradicated.
Eradicated! Give me an Adder's Kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Stack up some more Blight. This guy has essentially no Blight resistance, which is what I like about him. I also like that he has low bleed resistance, because he is technically, you know, alive. He's flesh and blood. I also just noticed when he did his stab that he is an eldritch monstrosity. How come I've never noticed that before? I mean, it even says unholy eldritch, but I guess in my mind I didn't really put 2 and 2 together that this guy is actually an eldritch abomination under the cloak. Well, there's some stress. We expected it to happen, let's be honest. At least that's working wonderfully. The Crusader Smack is getting a kill, which is exactly what we want. This guy's taking 24 damage every time he acts. No stun, but that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to send a lot of people in for stress relief, I think. Even putting bones in the ground is no defense. You'll be fine. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go for it. Well, maybe one day that'll land. Until then, the buff Crusader is just one-hitting over and over again, which is nice. 18 damage per round. Oh, we got another action. 21 damage per round. Oh, we got another action. You're dead. You also have minus 18 accuracy, but unfortunately that didn't come into play at all. So, I know I said I was probably gonna do some more looting. I think I'm gonna dump the holy water and the torches, and then, yeah, completing a quest. And then I might do a little bit more, considering that the stress is high enough, we're gonna have to pay for it anyways. But I like this. I like this Grave Robber Talisman. Plus 12 dodge, plus 10 ranged accuracy. The plus 10 stress is whatever, but I always find that I'm disappointed whenever that Throne Dagger misses. So being able to increase the accuracy of that on a Grave Robber is nice. If you're using Grave Robber for range, I think that's an okay trinket. So I'm perfectly happy holding on to it. It's also worth quite a pretty penny. Oh, I should have held on to the frickin' holy water. Although I guess we could, in theory, remove a quirk if we interact with this, so we're gonna try to interact with it. If you use the holy water, you just remove stress. I gotta remember that that's how that functions. So, stress is gonna have to be paid for anyways. I'm just gonna blight you and then stun you with the Vestal. As long as you don't get pulled. Good. That must, you know what, we can just do this. That must have a really low chance of pulling, because I rarely get pulled by the cultist acolyte here. I mean, I only had a 30% resistance to it, but I feel like I always resist it, you know? Sad face, no holy water. But again, I actually don't think it matters. I think I'm actually happier without the holy water, because I have a chance to remove quirks. Arcane Demon says, I get pulled all the time. You need some of those heavy boots.
That overconfidence is a slow and
An insidious killer. Okay, dodge stone. We don't need a dodge stone. Dump it. This is fine. So I would love to remove Kleptomaniac. Does anyone else have anything like equally bad? Not even close. Plus 20 stress. Well, that doesn't really change anything at all, does it? We'll do this last remaining combat. Just get a little bit more, yeah, I know. Just get a little bit, oh, it's another fountain. We'll get a little bit more rewards, hopefully, from this, and then that'll be the end. That'll be the end of everything. So, that'll kill you.
Masterfully executed.
Watching me the stress event? From that? Oh, I definitely just did. The hero's history of sin is too much to bear. Well, I'm probably not gonna kill you, but maybe I'll get a lucky crit. If not, whatever. You're gonna stress out my Vestal. I mean, she already has enough stress. I'm not gonna be able to do anything about that. I guess, you know, like, in theory, maybe I could, depending on the order of operations, give some stress relief to the shield breaker, and then they don't need to.
They can be beaten.
Sorry, they don't need to go in for as much stress relief. Plus 50% damage until camp. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Oh, yeah, let's get out of here. Still, killed a boss, got a good ring, picked up some decent supplies, and no one's at level 3 in this party, which is beautiful. Night Blindness, Second Wind, Warren's Tactician. We're never going to remove that Kleptomaniac. I should bring him out on the cove at some point, probably.
A fresh irritant.
Severe negative quirks, yep. Town is abuzz, yep. Sickly and slow draw have been removed. Get help when you may, hit H, yep, screw you. Let's see what we're gonna do next, why don't we? The boss, the thing from the stars, is in the Warrens. Luckily, I don't care about the Warrens, so we're probably gonna go here to the Weld for the only medium-length mission. I guess we could just do the Wizened Hag. We already have this Vestal Scroll, but we could sell the second one that we get, because we can't stack them on one unit. Yeah, let's kill the Wizened Hag, and I think that the Wizened Hag is actually gonna be a pretty, relatively speaking, easy fight for us, if we just have to build the party correctly. For instance, we should probably bring out GT Quark, because they're just an all-around good unit with no negative quirks. In the front, they can Iron Swan the back, or even if it bleeds, if they get pushed back. So we'll probably have them do something like this as their loadout. Who else can hit the back line? Honestly, Flagellant with their bleeding is pretty decent in this location. So that's a very good consideration. We could try some marking, but I think the boss has 2 actions per turn, which makes me not really want to do the marking so much. They do, I should say, the Arbalists, yep, do still do a decent amount of damage. Ignore stealth. But, what is this one? Oh, plus 20% damage if HP is 100%. But I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, what about a grave robber? Calm and clumsy. Well, still could be okay. You know, throw those daggers or stack up some blight. We can reduce the blight of an enemy. They're not the best, but with their thrown ability, maybe they can still do a decent amount of damage. High crit chance and high accuracy, and we can actually buff that accuracy quite nicely. We can even shadow fade to like get into position if we need to, in case they get like thrown into the pot or something. So I kind of like that. I think that for a healer, I hate to say it, do we want to bring along an occultist? I don't really want to. I kind of want to bring along a shield breaker. I think that they will work nicely here, being able to hit from any position and move themselves accordingly. They can move themselves back or front or forward. But I guess the only thing that they can do to move back is expose. They can move themselves forward with piercing. Have the hag cook 4 plague doctors to poison her when she tastes the stew. Mmm, tasty. I guess that's all the trinkets that we're putting onto our plague doctors, huh? I kind of like it though. Like, you can go here. Quick reflexes, tough. Crit range. Is everything range? Hold on. Pierce is melee, puncture is range, melee, range, melee, range. I guess you do throw snakes at the enemy, huh? Stress and accuracy be human. Are the enemies down here human? Yeah, human eldritch. I think they're beast eldritch in the Warrens, right? Human eldritch here, so maybe fear of mankind isn't what we want to bring out here. We could bring along them though. Scouting chance in the Weld. All right, you know what? You convinced me. We might make a Gulag Rubito work here because they can pierce the back line very easily. They can hit the pot if we need them to. They can move occasionally. They might even be able to blight, but this unit is very good against blighting, so we're not going to be using them for blighting. We're going to be using them for damage, which we can easily spec into something like damage mod minus 60%. Something like this, I think, would be like okay. And then in the back line, probably a healer. And would we want a Vestal or an Occultist? Good lord. Could also bring along a Houndmaster. Houndmaster in the Weldon Warrens does work. Enemies here are very weak to bleed, relatively speaking. Diurnal. -2 speed if torch is low. Evasive plus dodge. Plus damage on range skills. I kind of like it. I mean, I could even build around a Mark party. Damage v Mark. You know what? What if we do that? What if we build around a Mark party, but without an Arbalist? What we do is we build around the oh crap. Was it you, Quark? Yeah, it was you, Quark. What if we build around the Hellion in the front and then Houndmaster Grave Robber in the back, and then if we have the opportunity, an Occultist tossing out Death Sentence. That's pretty good. I like that title of everyone here. I don't know, I'm messing them up seeing if I can get another title. Nope, just Death Sentence. Death Sentence. That could be pretty good. 0020 is not gonna level up, which is nice because we can use them for the fight against the thing in the Warrens, the weird monster enemy. We can mark The thrown daggers do more damage against Mark. The dog does more damage against Mark and inflicts good bleed. I don't... We also have the dog biscuits, which is a really good thing too. I don't really love the bleed. I don't really love this guy against the pot, but ideally we can just kill the boss before the pot becomes a problem, right? I'd hope so anyways. It's not the best Mark party situation, but it could function. I don't think actually that the bounty hunter is very good here because their collect bounty cannot hit the hag, so the damage versus Mark doesn't do anything. They do have an ability to Mark, but we can't pull the hag. I think they have like 200% move resist or some nonsense like that. Can't bring along Mud, he's level 3. Should get another highwayman if we can. In fact, really quickly, there's another highwayman. I like highwaymen. I like men.
Elusive, evasive, persistent. Righteous traits for a rogue.
Plus scouting chance in the Weld. We should probably level them up a little bit before we take them out into the Weld, but you know, with them, it's very tempting to do some sort of a like shuffle build with the shield breaker. To have them moving forward and backwards with the shield breaker moving forward and backwards. Open Vein won't be able to hit though. Duelist Advance is pretty good for the riposte. You know, she does hit us on occasion. Tracking Shot is very good for the fight too, because it is a boss fight. What if we bring along Adenel? You think we could bring along Adenel? Like remove the... Like remove the dog, I hate to say it. Bring back Adenel. Nothing sacred. They can do their shuffling abilities, Duelist Advance and whatnot. In fact, they can open up with Duelist Advance in the third position slot. They can move forward and backwards if they need to reposition. Hellion at the front can just Iron Swan / if it bleeds. And then we also have the ability to riposte, which is kind of nice for the Highwayman. Highwayman! And the Occultist can even Sacrificial Stab if there's no need to do a heal. They have a pretty good crit chance, so we might be able to get some good damage done. But if we have the opportunity to throw out a vulnerability hex, that's probably what we should do, with them in particular. So okay, I like that. I like that. We need to get Adenel, A, name, and B, some better skills. So let's do that. We'll make sure everyone has their appropriate upgrades. We'll get If It Bleeds for this combat coming up. Resolve Hero level 2, right, so you can't get those upgrades. You, I guess we'll bring along Abyssal Artillery. It's fine. Although the stun is very good for stalling for heals, but you're the healer, so doesn't really make that much sense for you to be the one that has that. That is not the unit I clicked on. I clicked on you. Lady Risu, our grave robber, should probably have Lunge, Shadow Fade, Thrown Dagger, and Poison Dagger. I like these abilities. I like the fact that we could like Shadow Fade into a lunge to do a lot of damage against the hag, you know. Especially if we can apply some blight, but you're the one who applies the blight, so it's probably not gonna happen. You need to have Tracking Shot and Duelist's Advance. And we'll roll you with Pistol Shot, Point Blank Shot, Tracking Shot, Duelist Advance. Open Vein is also a good one to have, that way you won't move, but maybe maybe I will maybe we'll just rock it like this. I think that's fine. Is that good? That's good. Everyone's leveled up appropriately. It's so hard to get money. All right, I think this is okay. Let's check out camping skills. These will be important for us. Plus damage if in position 1. We're gonna get shuffled, so I'm not really going to trust that necessarily. So I think your skills are fine. 1 companion plus 20% damage. I think that's good. You should have as many buffs as possible. I never use Abandon Hope, so we're just gonna get rid of that one. You. Gallows Humor. Snuff Box to remove disease. That's an important one to have because we might get seriously diseased. And then what do you need? Dodge, speed, melee skills, accuracy melee skills. If you're gonna be riposting, then increasing the damage and accuracy is kind of nice. You can clean your guns and get your melee damage bonuses up too. We'll unlock Unparalleled Finesse, and then on you, I'm gonna unlock the Encourage. We have 5,000 gold. Barely enough for a mission, but it is enough for a mission. Still need to do trinkets too. Also, Hellion only, very rare. Plus crit if torch is below 25, plus accuracy if torch is below 25. Well, if we're doing no light runs, that's what we would do. All right, trinket time. Trinket time, trinket time. Hello, thank you, trinket time. Unequip, sort. Occultist. Oh, why am I bringing an occultist along to this mission? This is such a bad idea. Occultist, you're gonna have heal up. Stun skill, debuff skill. I'm not gonna use that right now. I think we're okay without it. Giving you like speed could be kind of nice. That way you could do like a mark before anyone else acts if we really want this. Has a crit chance associated with it. Might give that a shot. Damage. Damage will just go on the Hellion, I think. Raw damage and then even more raw damage. Well, no, if we're gonna be doing a lot of riposting, we'll put the raw damage on the Highwayman. Grave Robber is gonna have dodge and accuracy. Highwayman is also gonna have trap disarmament. Grave Robber is also going to have... I could give them the Blight Amulet so that their Blight is more likely to land, but I think I'd just rather give them like a lot of dodge. And we'll call it good. As for the Hellion, I guess we do have, you know, one more option here. I'm gonna give him the bleed skill chance because stacking up the bleed on the boss is probably gonna be kind of helpful for us. I think that's it. I think that's what we got. I guess I could give them Battle Trance and keep them in position 1, but in theory we have other ways of spending our camping skills. We don't necessarily need to give her the buff. I guess we could also use medicinal herbs to get rid of the debuff, so it's only a pure buff. Well, I'm thinking about something. I'm thinking about giving the Highwayman the quick draw charm. That way he can riposte first, and then we get that sweet riposte for the entire fight. Of whatever fight we get into. But honestly, I like this too. This is fine. I'll swap the trinkets out if I feel the need to. Okay, I've been taking a lot of time thinking about this, but I think that's what we're gonna roll. So, for now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs, and I hope to see you here again for the next mission in the Darkest Dungeon.